Nathan Bar Jonah, a 43-year-old Great Falls resident, was arrested by this school dressed as a police officer, carrying a fake badge, pepper spray, and a stun gun. Dressed as a police officer, carrying a fake badge, pepper spray, and a stun gun.
I don't know how many volts it was. It was a cheap stun gun that I had for protection.
Protection against who?
Anyone that decided to mug me or whatever.
But had you also been dressed when you had the stun gun in a way that could make somebody think that you could have been a public servant?
I wore a jacket that looked like a cop's jacket, but it had no insignias, it had no badge.
So it wouldn't have fooled a policeman, in other words?
I don't know if it would fool a cop or not.
You think it could have fooled me?
I don't know.
After they arrested Bar Jonah for impersonating a police officer, they searched his apartment.
His apartment was so incredibly full of filth.
Police found thousands of photos of kids, organized in binders, journals written in code, and something even more alarming. February 2000, police charged this man, Nathan Bar Jonah, with the kidnapping and murder of Zach Ramsey. The investigation turned up more victims, 2 boys that Bar Jonah kidnapped and sexually assaulted. He was convicted of these charges and is now serving a life sentence. Yet to this day, he was never actually tried for Zach Ramsey's murder.
Basically, what happens according to the police reports I read is that he was walking to school and never made it to school.
3 years after Zach's disappearance, police stumbled onto the man who would become their prime suspect without realizing it.
In particular, we found one list on a yellow sheet of paper, and on that list was Zachary Ramsey's name. And the last word on the list was the word died.
It's my understanding that they found pictures of kids in there.
They found a lot of clippings.
We found boxes and boxes of pictures of children, cutouts.
What do you mean, clippings?
Clippings from magazines of various things. I mean, Christmas scenes, kids, adults, people in Halloween costumes. But it wasn't just kids like they implied.
But there were some of kids.
Well, yeah.
When you're working on these cases, you do get into their mind, and you have to get into their mind because they don't think like you and I. They're just masterful liars.
Had there been clippings of the missing boy?
No.
Stories, like newspaper clippings?
No. I'm totally innocent. Of all the charges that they charged me with and the ones I'm convicted on.
Back in Massachusetts, he had served 14 years in a maximum security institution for sexual offenders. He was convicted for impersonating an officer, kidnapping, and the attempted murder of 2 boys. Just 1 month after his 1991 release, he tried to abduct another boy. He was reportedly given 2 years probation on the condition he leave Massachusetts and move to Montana.
The fact that he was out, he was released from prison, was crazy.
You served time for treatment of sexual offenders in a maximum security facility. What was that for?
That was for attempted murder.
What happened exactly?
I'm not going to get into it. I mean, that's long gone in the past.
In 1999, after we caught him in the Lincoln Elementary School dressed as a policeman, we did a search warrant on his garage. We dug up and sifted by hand all of the dirt, and that's when we found human bones and remains.
Investigators found 21 bone fragments of a child.
We were 3 years too late.
What about the bones that were found underneath your garage?
You make it sound as, you know, I'm just some evil person that wants to do real damage to someone.
The mother of the missing boy.
She asked me a lot of questions that, you know, did I take her boy and all that stuff, and I said no. And she says, well, I know what it's like to be falsely accused. And we basically left it at that, and she left.
I really think he enjoys that type of hurt. I think he enjoys the fact that he's able to deceive everybody. It's like a game to him.
The identity of the child whose bones were found underneath his garage are still unknown. And Zach Ramsey who disappeared while walking to school in 1996, is still missing.
If that missing kid showed up today, I think they still would think I did it.
The lies have not only hurt Zach, Ramsey's mother and father, it's hurt people all over town.
If the missing boy is still out there, please come forward.
He needs to step up and tell the truth. I don't expect him to.